Hi, everybody. I have a little extra video here for you. This came up during our lunchtime discussion. So as you know, this course came from a live class where I had lots of lovely little teachers out there from around the world sharing with me, and we hung out as well while we had our lunch break and we chatted. And of course, some questions came up. I answered one of the questions, and the lady, of course, told me she had great results with my answer. So I did want to be sure to share it with you guys right now. There is a handout about it, and this is about what do you do with a kid who keeps getting dizzy when they turn. Okay, now I had a huge history of being motion sick. I have thrown up on planes, trains, automobiles, buses, you name it. I've had some pretty harrowing times, you know, back being part of band where we'd go on long bus trips. Oh gosh. But now I can even go on rides. I'm still not a fan of spinny rides, but going on a roller coaster, well, I can do it. What changed for me? This information I'm about to share with you came from the world of my brain gym training. And it's about the vestibular system. So that's the system that's our inner ear working with our eyes and all that, telling us where we are. And what I heard from this one teacher, Claire Hawking down in Australia, thanks Claire, is that for a lot of people who get dizzy easily, like I had, and like maybe your students, is that the vestibular nerve never got fully myelinized. So that's that fatty sheath that helps communication to help flow nice and fast and easy. Okay, apparently it happens at about 20 weeks in utero. And if something upsets that process, then it can upset the development of the vestibular nerve. And actually down in Australia, where again Claire is from, they have banned ultrasounds of pregnant women between 18 weeks and 22 weeks so as to not disturb the myelinization of that vestibular nerve, which I find really fascinating. Now that's not up here in Canada as far as I know. So I don't know, new moms out there, if you happen to be watching this or you've got friends, whatever, something maybe to investigate. Down in Australia, they've done their investigation, said we don't want to disrupt the myelinization of that vestibular nerve by the ultrasound, the sound waves that is going to be coming through for that fetus in there. Anyway, that's kind of another discussion, but really not, because what I'm sharing with you today is what can we do to myelinize that? And believe it or not, something as simple as sniffing an essential oil. This one is peppermint. I didn't have a green one, but I wore green for you to remind you of peppermint, but just sniffing it. Now, you could just have a little, obviously the little vials of peppermint oil, but by putting it on these little, like a little cotton pad in there, you're going to preserve your actual oil, because every time it gets air, it oxidizes a bit. So do yourself a favor, get one of these little things. I just ordered these on Amazon. They come with the little cotton pads. I soak them in the oil, so I just sniff it. And then when that starts to go away, I can just put it from a fresh bottle again, right? So I'm not always opening the same lid on the same bottle. Okay, that will degrade it. All right, so get yourself some peppermint oil. Get a real, organic, natural one. The body's going to reject the synthetic cheap stuff. So if you're not dabbing it on you, it'll actually take a long time to go through because you're just soaking the little thing here. Okay, so here's what I did. Here's what I've suggested to other people, and they've had good success. Is in my case, as a dance teacher, I just have my little sniffer thing right by my computer where I'd be coming and checking my lesson plan and starting and stopping the music. And so every time I'd come by, I'd just give it a little sniff. Really easy to do. So I'd be sniffing quite a few times in an hour. And what I noticed when I was doing this is like 5-6 years ago when I really got into it, I sniffed constantly for maybe it was 2 months or so. And then boom, all of a sudden, I remember demonstrating some chaîné turns, and my dirty little secret of not telling the students that I'm dizzy and feel yucky, even though I did my good spotting head and my eyes were focused, I still got dizzy. All of a sudden, one day I do it and I wasn't getting dizzy. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So for your students, I don't know how fast it'll take effect. Sometimes people feel great right away, right? You smell peppermint when you're not feeling good. Okay, and it can help calm your stomach and all calm that. But what we really want is not something to solve it after the fact, but to prevent it by having a maturing of that system. Peppermint oil can do it, sniffing it regularly. Okay, so that's my weird little tip. I would love to hear if you do it and chart how long it took for you or a student to get better. It would be nice to maybe have that information out there to go, it took most people 2 weeks. Mine took a little longer, but I was my mid 40s when I first started doing that. So, okay, there you go. Go get some peppermint oil and start sniffing. It perks you up too, by the way. It's really great for waking you up or waking your students up. Okay, there you go. Thanks.